Okay, Linda, this is Steve Keller, and I'm taking this in my very highly sunlit studio here in Fairbanks, Alaska. In the center of the image here is Lake Minchumina. Here's the actual lake, and I'll kind of get over here so you can see its relationship to Denali. Here's Denali, the spot here. There's the picture, and so you can see the relationship and the bearing between Denali and Lake Minchumina. And this is about 60 or 70 miles, something like that, from the actual mountain. And Lake Minchumina, just to put this in perspective, I can zoom out a little bit here. So this is the Yukon River with all the little villages along the river. And here's Unalakleet, and you can see that due east of Unalakleet is Lake Minchumina. This is about 240 miles, 240, maybe 250, but it's in that neighborhood. And let me get out here a little bit more. Here's Nome on the far left, and Unalakleet, and then due east from Unalakleet is Lake Minchumina. So now I'll zoom in on Lake Minchumina. Here is the, well, there's the landing strip. There's a post office. There are, like, little cottages and houses along the edge. I don't know how many people live in this community, but not very many. So I'll zoom in on the area that I thought looked strange, and it was not occupied. This is the area that was like a suburban street with street and curbs and paving, and it just was, I think that probably is the paving line somewhere in there. It was just a paved street with curbs, very strange, government type housing, and that had been put there by the government. So now zooming out into the area that I noticed several years ago when I first heard your story, you can see that as I zoom out in the area, see where my cursor is? Here's Lake Minchumina. When I zoom out, that cloud goes away. This is a different overlay when you zoom in. So watch when I zoom in. Now I'm zooming out and in. You can do this on your computer. There's a square that has a higher resolution that also has clouds over some of the area, but it's a higher resolution. So if I zoom in on this area very tight, you can see actually it's high enough resolution you can see trees and shadows from the trees. It's that high of a resolution. And if you go off of this area to the side, like here's the line right here. So this is very high resolution. On the right hand side, very low. So if I zoom in just on this edge, you can see the difference in the resolution in the image. And why, I don't know. And why this? It's just this one square that's like that. And this was the area that really drew my attention right here, because the clouds are so solid, and the dimension of the cloud according to the scale here is probably 1,000 feet across, maybe 2,000 feet across on the size of this cloud. This one's probably 1,000, maybe 1,500 that direction in feet. And so that's the area. When I click on that, these are the coordinates that come up on Google Map that I've put in the email to you so you can see. So when I zoom out, the square goes away. When I zoom in, the square comes up. So it's been like this for several years. The higher quality of the resolution is very high now compared to what I recall. I haven't looked at this area for quite a while, but I looked at it several years ago when you first had that story when I first heard that story. There are no roads that come to this area, and Unalakleet, there are no roads that connect Unalakleet with the area other than its immediate area. So you can see there's a little road here that goes, you know, up to here, but that's the end of it. It doesn't go any further than that. So that you know, there's probably for mining or something like that. There's a lot of mining that goes on, and these, you know, this is it. That's it. There is no road that connects Unalakleet with this area. Um, all these communities are isolated so that they're air travel only. And anyway, that's the that's. I hope that is helpful to you to be able to find this on Google. And my name's Steve Keller, and I really enjoy watching your videos. So anyway, that's it.